Okay, as I shared with you earlier, we are working on our student reference book, and that's what I'm going to be modeling for you today. We are going to be clicking on where it says My Reference Book. You are going to then be looking at the table of contents, and we're going to browse through, and that's going to help us be able to answer the question here, which is the question in your book. In your student math journal, it says locate and read the essay number grids. So when I look here, okay, it shows me my student reference book, okay, and if I click this button over here, this is the table of contents. This is going to tell me all the things that are in the book. And so I am looking through, if I click on here about operations, I'm going to see things about multiplication, the division. If I click that back again, it's going to make those things go back up. So you see these little arrows make other things appear. So I'm looking for, in my model, it says, locate and read the essay number grids. So where would it talk about number grids? I know that's what we've been working on the last few days. So when I think about number grids, I think it would go with the number and operations and based in like the tens, right? It's like a number line and multiple rows, which are 10, 10, 10, and it's a number. So if I click that, what happens? Right here, it says number grids. So I'm going to click number grids. All these things are on little icons. Those are audio icons so that it can play for me. If I just click it, it will start reading what it says. I might not like that, so I can also take that off if I would like. There's a button somewhere that says to turn off the audio. Here we go. I don't remember where that's at, but I know that it is here somewhere. So we are going to go ahead and look right here where it says number grids. And right here it's talking about number grid. It even has a picture of a number grid. It shows the calendar. I didn't even think about that. The numbers of the days of the month are listed in order. So that's a number grid too. That's a good reference. That's a good idea to think about. So it says for me of how there are 10 boxes in each row. Last box ends in 0. Look at that, the patterns 9, 8. So it's explaining kind of what we've been talking about the last few days. It's telling me what a number grid is all about. And it even gives me the patterns right here that we've learned. So here it is that page that I was just looking at, right? I showed you how I clicked on here and I got to number grids. So up here in my answer, I'm going to go ahead and write that I found number grid. And what did that talk about on that page? This page taught me, let me see, talked about number grids and how they have patterns and gave examples of number grids in real life. For example, a calendar. So that's what I learned here. So what section did I look in to find that answer? I looked in the section that said here, number and operations in base 10. Number and operations in base 10. So that's the section that I found it in. And then it asked me, what page did I find the answer on? Right here you can see on page 89. 89. Okay, so I've now been able to answer this part using the student reference book. Now you guys are going to go through and you are going to practice using this tool and others. So you're going to go through and answer some of these questions. This is part of our 1.2 lesson, practicing with our SRB. So it says, do the check your understanding problems on page 92. So you need to find page 92 in the student reference book. So I was on page 89, you need to find 92. Then you need to do this part where it shows right here, number 1, and it tells you to write your answers for number 1 for A, 1A, 1B, and 1C that show up here. Then problem 2 here is the same part that shows in your SRB, and they want you to write those answers in. Okay, then it tells you to look up how to play this game, and you will find that again in your SRB. Okay, so you are going to be working this out in your student math journal. Would probably be easiest, but again, if you would like to type it on here, that's fine too. Since today is more of an exploring, I am not going to be grading this part for you because this part is something that is more of a practice, more of an exploration. To give you some more practice of looking at tools for 1.3 part of the lesson today, you're practicing with more tools. Again, we already practiced with the online tools on the first time that we had math, but today you can use real life tools if you have these at home. If you don't, I have also shown which ones are available in our e-toolkit. So if you click on the e-toolkit online, right underneath the reference book, okay, there's the e-calculator, which is at the bottom of the page. You can find that here. Okay, and there's also the pattern block template. If you go to the little box that's right here in the bottom of the page and find the pattern block template shapes, you can find those there. But there's not a ruler here, and you don't need the tool to tell the time for these clocks right here. You should be able to do those without that. Okay, so if you would like to try the ruler part, in your student math journal, it would be really helpful if you had a ruler at your house. If you don't, then you can go ahead and not do this part because you have to have some type of ruler, and there's nothing online. Okay, but you can use a calculator here and use the pattern block template here. And again, these ones you don't need the tools. Okay, and you can use online tools if you need. Okay, when you get to the YouTube, this is what I'm going to be checking. Like, why do you think we learned about this? Why do you think we spent time practicing with more tools? Okay, and then I would like for you to go ahead and reflect and tell me how you're feeling about the math tools that we learned about today. All right, have fun exploring. And again, I am not going to be checking over this part, okay, but it is something that I would like for you to do. So if you want to take a picture and send it to me that way, that's fine, but I will also be making this something that you can type on, okay, because I do expect for you to still do it. I am going to be reading your responses here, though, about what you learned and why we learned about it. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.